When Steve Osborne moved his family to Orinda last year, they had no trouble meeting the neighbors.
When we bought the house, the sellers introduced us to Nextdoor and invited us to join.
With a few steps to verify he really lived in the neighborhood, Osborne became part of Nextdoor Sleepy Hollow, a private social network just for his area.
We use it to meet people.
He also uses it to recommend household service providers, find babysitters, even share solutions for getting rid of garden moles.
It's absolutely not a replacement for those real-world conversations that you have with your neighbors. It just makes it easy to get to know them and eventually get together with them more frequently. This is actually really easy to use.
Nextdoor.com CEO Nirav Tolia and his co-founders came up with the idea of using technology to build community.
The more that you communicate with your neighbors using online tools, the more likely you are to communicate with them in person.
That's exactly what Rebecca Brandstetter found when she and her husband Steve joined the Nextdoor network for their Oakland Hills neighborhood.
This has sort of gotten people out and about.
Brandstetter says she finds herself talking to her neighbors more because she knows more about them. And the local block party posted on Nextdoor was a well-attended affair.
We didn't know that this neighborhood had a lot of young children in it, and we were really excited when people would join on Nextdoor. We'd see they have kids and that we could have play dates.
The more neighbors you know, the easier it is to communicate with them, the easier it is to communicate with your neighbors, the easier it is to look out for each other.
That was certainly the case in the Brandstetters area when neighbors started noticing unusual activity.
We started getting security alerts about burglaries in the neighborhood, and we were able to get a description of the car, part of the license plate, the perpetrators, and later the police were able to apprehend them.
Nextdoor is still running on venture capital, but Tolia says it will always be free for users. In Orinda, Osborne says he'd pay if he had to.
It's been really great to move into a new neighborhood and have a resource like this. And I think all communities should do it.
Elizabeth Cook, CBS 5.